Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Workers at a luxury apartment complex in New Jersey say they were told they were essential workers during the pandemic, but they're not being treated that way. Jersey Matters' Jennifer Marin has this story of workers' rights during a health crisis from Hoboken. Jennifer.
Larry, the concierge workers here at the Juliana apartment complex in Hoboken were told at the beginning of the new year that their wages would be cut significantly. It's a situation they say is unfair, especially after having risked their health daily while working during a pandemic. As he looks over at the Juliana apartment complex, where he worked for 2 years, Justin Belfiore can't help but air out his frustration.
It doesn't make you feel like you were a good worker. If anything, it makes you feel the opposite. It makes you think that everything you built and everything you worked hard for didn't really matter in the end, for them to treat you basically like trash, because that's exactly what they did. They threw us out when we didn't serve a purpose to them no more.
Justin was one of 5 concierge workers at the luxury building in Hoboken. AEW Core Property Trust, the owners of the Juliana, had been working with Plant Companies, a contractor that provides concierge workers among other services. At the end of November of 2020, AEW fired Plant Companies and brought in a new contractor called Guardian Services. Kevin Brown, Vice President of Service Employees Union SEIU 32BJ, says Guardian Services was a positive change because the concierge workers had been trying to unionize for quite some time.
And we were very excited because Guardian is a signatory to our agreement, meaning they're like a union contractor. And so we were making progress. We were excited. And the workers signed up again to be part of the union, and Guardian recognized them, and we began to negotiate a contract for these workers. And then AEW and Graystar terminated Guardian. We didn't know who the new company would be or what would happen to these workers until just a few days before January 1st. And then at that time we found out that they were bringing planned building services back to the Juliana.
It was a situation Justin says was handled poorly and with almost no communication.
It took until 2 days before the switch for the new company that we were with 2 months prior to that to reach out to us to offer us a position. And when they did do that, not only did they offer us exact same pay, but they also gave us a wage cut. So they want me to be doing the same pay that I've been doing for 2 years on less money, especially during a pandemic.
In order to keep their jobs, the concierges had to accept between $2 to $3 less per hour than they were originally making. According to the union, public records show that Plant Companies has a history of wage theft and illegal harassment of union supporters. They provided us with this cited document with a list of wage theft cases across the state. We reached out to Plant Companies for an interview, but they declined and instead offered this statement, which reads in part, Plant Companies is proud to serve the Juliana luxury building in Hoboken. The recent issues at this building are yet another attempt by SEIU 32BJ to promote their agenda of myths and untruths. Their efforts are part of an ongoing campaign designed to malign a fourth-generation organization that has met and exceeded the expectations of our clients for many years. According to the union, what's happening at the Juliana is an example of a building owner trying to prevent essential workers from exercising their right to unionize, and it's happening all over New Jersey.
The residential industry needs to step up. Companies like AEW and the whole Gold Coast of New Jersey, from Jersey City to the GW Bridge, is about 3,000 residential workers, just like workers at the Juliana. And most of those workers have no health care. Most of those workers are making at minimum or close to minimum wage. And it's wrong, and we need to stand up and do something about it. And these workers are standing up and doing something about it.
If you're wondering what Justin plans to do next.
Right now, I'm only doing part-time work just so I can have income coming in. But I'm hoping to get another permanent location and do the whole thing over again. Build that building into a community and make the residents feel like it's home.
Now again, we have tried to reach out to AEW Core Property Trust, the owners of this building, multiple times, but we have yet to receive a response. Reporting in Hoboken for Jersey Matters, I'm Jennifer Marin.